So do y'all remember like the Education Connection commercials?
Education Connection?
Vaguely, yes.
All right, so I fondly remember them. What was it? It had like that girl, and it was like the green screen, and she's like walking across like college tuitions and things like that, and it's like working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. When I get a degree, I can make a bigger salary. So now I got to see what college is right for me.
Yeah.
On the internet, I found Education Connection to find out my direction.
Is getting connected for free. Yeah. Education Connected, get connected for free with Education Connected. Oh my goodness. It's sad that this is on the internet.
You're welcome.
Yikes.
So,
yeah.
Hope y'all didn't think y'all were going to get cool wrestling stories. Oh, no. Oh, man. You can leave this in, too. It's like, am I doing this on purpose? Am I? Hi, I'm Drew. Welcome to the show. This is me, and we're going to giggle a lot. Hope you're along for the ride. It'll be great. I wrestle professionally.
And he's super entertaining. All right, let's get into this. So go ahead and start us off with what you would consider your worst road story.
Could it be the best and the worst? I think it could be the best and the worst.
Yeah, I mean, that can.
All right, check it out. So I'm here in Augusta, Georgia. Where y'all at?
We're in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Pretty much like Charlotte area.
Oh, yeah, raise up. Okay. But I wish more people, I think the first time I worked in the Carolinas, like, I took my shirt off and waved it around like a helicopter, and nobody really thought it was funny. It was funny to me, so I guess that doesn't. Back to the story. So it's the best and the worst. I live in Augusta, Georgia. We do this wrestle thing. Back in like 2018, 2017, ran into Anthony Henry, if you're aware of him. He's a pretty cool dude. I'd probably say he's my best friend at this point. So we had linked up. We're both living in Augusta at this point. And he's like, hey, Drew, I got this road trip that we're going to do. And we're going to go to Chicago. And then we're going to come back. And then we're going to go to Charlotte. And then we're going to come back. I'm like, screw it. Whatever. So there's like 6 of us. I can't remember who all was in the car. But that's probably the most exhausted I've ever been. Is I never put like that many like hours in a vehicle before. Absolutely brutal. But we went up to Chicago for like freelance wrestling. I did a little scramble. It was a great time. Got a good little pop. But just the not sleeping bit was amazing. And this was if y'all remember the time about like PWX when they were still doing Pure at Hebron Hall. So we had come all the way back from Chicago, dropped off Drake and Spartanburg, came back down to Augusta, showered, slept for an hour, drove back up to Charlotte, and then y'all remember Slim J? Well, he's doing AEW right now with the Trust Busters.
Okay.
So he's got the wife beater. So
that guy. Yeah.
Anthony wrestled Slim J, and they went at it. It was great. Am I allowed to cuss? It's cut. Okay. They beat the shit out of each other. So they were beating each other's ass. They did like a little suplex, and then Slim J like busted Anthony with his knee. So Anthony's just leaking like everywhere. So of course we gotta go to the hospital. How good the hospitals up there in Charlotte?
I mean, they're not bad. It just depends on where you're going and how long you want to wait.
Well, I don't remember the name of the hospital, but they weren't good that night. So we didn't leave till like 3 a.m.
That sounds about right.
And they didn't do a damn thing for me. Wonderful. They wouldn't even let him eat. I just remember like there's a cookout across the street, and I'm just looking at it like, like couldn't eat it. So I think I passed out in the back of like the car for like an hour or two. Anthony and Amber finally come back out. We finally head home. So it was like 36 hours in the car total. Just
Yeah.
Those great weekend, awful weekend.
I get it. Yeah, no.
That's a lot.
Caleb was telling us like majority of his bad road story was also about just having to travel for many hours, and yeah. So I get it, man. That that can be rough.
Yeah, it's like, is that the worst though?
I mean, it all depends. It's what you consider the worst, right? Like, I mean, my bad road story that that we actually were talking. I mean, I don't wrestle, but I was going to wrestling. And I was going to see Ethan Page, and my car broke down. And I was like, all right, I'm not making this show because I may have to pay for some car damages. I thought my transmission was out. So, it really all depends for you what a worst road story could be.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Because I think there's...
That is a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours. I used to travel full time with my husband in our RV. We spent a couple years traveling across the country, working like seasonal jobs and stuff. And yeah,
Nurse?
No, we just did like odd jobs. Like I worked for some Amazon warehouses, and I worked a sugar beet harvest in Montana. And yeah,
let's back up. How were the beets?
How were the beets?
You didn't eat the beets?
Drew's the farmer.
No. Okay, so these were sugar beets.
Yeah.
So I never ate one.
You should really eat beets.
Oh, I love beets, but I've never eaten I didn't eat any of the sugar beets. No.
I need to try the sugar beet now.
They're white. Have you ever seen one?
Like turnips?
They look like gigantic turnips. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, there was one that was like the size of my head.
Wow.
I was about to say, because like pickle beets are just A+.
Yes. And I love beets, but I did not eat those beets. No. Those were grown to be made into sugar. Sydney Sugars, look them up.
He's making notes. I love it. I love it.
I'm going to go ahead and take a little note real quick.
Yes, please do.
Awesome.
Sugar beets.
Sugar beets, yes.
We got off track. You were saying you did seasonal work, you camper. We're going to backtrack some more. What kind of camper did you have? Because,
we had a 1996 Coachman Catalina Class C.
That's Class C?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, it was 30 feet. They do have a Class A, but they also have a Class C. Yeah. I get like long travel days because we would have to travel, from one job to another. And sometimes we'd only have like a week to get there. And so you end up traveling for, 8 to 12 hours. And it's a lot.
Sorry. All right.
No, we're good. We'll reel it back
Enough about me. We're here to talk about you. So
we just went on another road trip. This could be the best and the worst road trip too. So we'll just we'll throw this one out there. So we went to Arizona for the Catalina wedding mixer, or the party mixer, if you will. That's legit what they called it, because in Arizona there's the Catalina Mountains, and they have a Catalina State Park. Beautiful place. So me and the missus, we took like the whole week off. We rented a Sprinter van that somebody had like modified into a camper. By the way, I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
So you gotta understand, traveling's like a sore spot for me, namely in the back. But it's a sore spot. So this dude decked this Sprinter van out. I mean, it was amazing. Like outside of having like an actual like toilet, because he had just put like a compost toilet with like pine chips in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we stayed at KOAs all the time, so it was just we just go use their bathroom.
Yeah.
They had like an awesome bed in the back. I had the caddy corner. So,
it's a small
y'all been to Arizona?
You? Yes.
Well, you have for sure. But
yeah.
Dan, have you been to Arizona?
I have not yet.
So here's the thing. Arizona, it's like hot and cold, and then like dry and wet. Like everybody just thinks it's flat and dry. Bullshit. All right. So we start out of Phoenix. We go to Flagstaff. So Phoenix, 1,000 feet. Flagstaff's 6,000 feet.
Yep.
Oh.
Yo, I get out of the car, I can't breathe. Like, dying. Like, and there's still snow on the ground.
Yes.
And it's like late April, June. Or no.
Late April, May.
Screw May. So yeah, that altitude change was just awful. There's snow on the ground. Once you get used to it, it was great. But yeah, and then we go all the way back down to like Catalina or Tucson, and like you're about like 500 feet, so it's just dry, hot.
Oh, that's crazy.
What a burger, good though.
Yeah.
What a burger, real good.
Mm-hmm.
So you went down to the wrestle?
Well, we had a party with we did like a little camping party for Callie. She did some ring announcing. But we became like good friends and stuff like that. So we went out there, and her whole family's amazing. So I mean, they cooked for us, and
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
We got to sleep under the stars and all that.
Would you consider that one of your best road stories, or do you have one that you would top that with?
No, I think the two that I got, those about sum it
They
up.
kind of fit. I got you.
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay.
good.
Actually, I have just like I was looking at your Instagram.
Sorry.
Pro wrestler, certified personal trainer,
Mm-hmm.
corrective exercise specialist.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So I'm also, did I not update that? I'm also a licensed massage therapist.
Yes, that's
So,
underneath it. And I
okay.
knew what that is, but like what is a corrective exercise specialist?
So it's a subset of a personal trainer that essentially we look at the exercises and the body from an assessment standpoint to bring it back to balance. So when there's imbalances in the body between like different muscle groups, we strengthen the weak ones so that it's back to that 50-50 as much as possible.
Okay.
That sounds awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah,
I'm
it
wearing my
also
little
says
work shirt too, so it's got my
nice.
little name on it.
Nice. But yeah, it does also say licensed massage therapist. So yeah. So now we get on to the question portion of the show. So my first question to you is, what is your go-to place to grab food while you're on the road?
Oh God. Depends on the mood I'm in, because if I'm like, I just want to go home, I'll literally stop at Quick Trip and I'll grab a protein bar, a shake. But here's the thing, life lesson. So you want to travel fast? Travel alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to enjoy your trip? Travel with friends. Yeah, cookout. Definitely cookout. When we were doing PWX and that was still a thing, when it was Gastonia, boy, Smoke Pit.
Oh yeah.
Now Smoke Pit, that's some real barbecue, dog. That's
You're
good
talking
for the
to
soul.
two people from Lexington, North Carolina, who we have real barbecue.
What you gotta say then?
Not bad, but you got to try some barbecue from Lexington.
Well, Lexington specializes in pulled pork barbecue.
That's true.
So what you're talking about from Smoke Pit, I assume you're talking also about like brisket.
The brisket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brisket's
Yes.
It's
And
Smoke Pit.
Smoke Pit is legit when it comes
Yeah.
to that. So yeah, I'm not betraying Lexington by saying, other barbecue is good because, but yeah, Lexington specializes in pulled pork.
This
Yep.
is true.
What's the deal with like the East and the West thing? So viewers, by the way, in North Carolina, they split up the barbecue between like West Side and East Side. So each one has its own different little flavor, and they'll use like different little bases. I'm gonna let them break it down because here in Georgia, I mean, I had some grandparents up in North Carolina, and we used to do the damn thing. But it's been a while. So can y'all elaborate on that if you don't mind?
So I'm thinking it's more about the vinegar base versus like the.
Well,
go for
actually,
it. I love it.
Actually, it's not just about the sauce. The sauce is part of it, but that's not it. Eastern NC barbecue is whole hog barbecue. They put the whole pig on the coals and they roast that thing. They baste it with the vinegar sauce that is also served with the barbecue. Then you have Western NC barbecue, which, well, excuse me, before we get to Western NC, let's stop in Lexington for a second and talk about Lexington style barbecue. Lexington style barbecue is it's pulled pork. That's what people are referring to when they say Lexington style. It's also made with the pork shoulder. So
you gotta do the pork shoulder.
Yeah. So different, a little bit different from Eastern. And the sauce, where like Western is more of like a sticky, sweet barbecue sauce, and Eastern is the vinegar sauce. Lexington, a lot of the places have a sauce that's somewhere in the middle. Like it's tomato based, but it's also got a lot of vinegar in it. So everybody's got their favorite place in Lexington to go get barbecue. But yeah, that is basically the difference. It's like Western, Lexington and West is like shoulder. Eastern barbecue is whole hog.
Yeah.
And
so any of the viewers, if y'all want to comment below about what's your barbecue style, but it's Vinegar Gang up in here. All right. Like, you're not going to disrespect me with some sweet stuff. All right. We need that good ass vinegar.
True.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I guess I'm an East Side boy.
Yeah. And I love to be corrected. So please, for engagement purposes, please feel free to roast me in the comments if anything I said was wrong. Next question is a 2-part question. Who was your first favorite wrestler? And who is your current favorite wrestler?
Undertaker, Daniel Bryan. Easy.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Undertaker when he became the Undertaker, or like Mike Shark?
Oh no, American Badass Undertaker.
Yeah, okay. I do where you're going with that, but just had to call that out, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Love
I've been watching wrestling for 35 plus years, man. So yeah.
Kudos to you.
Who is your favorite person to wrestle? Like, who's your favorite person to work with in the ring?
Definitely not Anthony Henry or Drake. No, they're great. I love them. Anthony can't find out, but it's him.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just not allowed to know, so don't tag him. Don't do none of that. Because he'll come over and see, I put on this front. So I act like I'm not his best friend. Yeah. It's so stupid.
Oh yeah, man! I'm enjoying watching him on TV. Like Angel actually tweeted out recently because he fought with Miro,
yes,
right? And he started off in the ring, and we were upset by that. We were like, he should have had entrance music.
That man deserves an entrance. I was
Seriously.
like, please do not already in the ring, my boy Anthony Henry. I don't appreciate that.
No, I hold on. As soon as that got done, he was messaging me. He's like, "Yo, I just wrestled Miro. Check this out." No, he was like, So he makes me watch all his matches. So I do this thing where like I act like I don't want to watch them because he won't even ask at this point. He's like, "Hey, check this out."
Okay, another question that I just have for you. It's not in our list of questions. Have you ever choked on your protein powder?
Dude, that's my favorite part when you come out.
So the pre-workout is the bane of my existence. So there's no way to dry scoop and then like moisturize your mouth. If there was a way, I'd do it, but you can't. So like plenty of times, like what was one of the title belts? Like I'm just like oozing like the
green
pre-workout, like just because it's all like syrupy at that point all the time, and every single time I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I'll just shake it up in my blender bottle, and I never do.
Oh man, the one you did at PWX, it was the singles tournament. I mean, I felt like that scoop was so large, and you did it like right before the fight started, and you like paused him so you can like clear your whole mouth. You're like, hold on.
Yeah, that. But like, if you want to get pissed off, like that's a great way to do it.
I bet.
You want to be angry, just wow.
One last question for you. It is, if you could watch one wrestling match for the rest of your life, what match would that be?
I did think about this one. So I think pure nostalgia would be WrestleMania 20, the triple threat, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit. Yeah.
It's a brave answer. No, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
No, it was real good.
I have not seen that one.
You may have a hard time finding that one.
Because I can sail the high seas. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so Angel has a reaction channel where she reacts to wrestling matches.
Oh, that's cool.
So everyone that of you guys that we have on here, she takes that match down and then she'll watch it to understand why it was why it was chosen.
Because I've only been watching wrestling since 2021.
Yeah.
So that one's going on the list for sure.
Did you ever watch the Cruiserweight Classic, like the first one that WWE did?
WWE's the 205 or
like before that.
Oh.
So they did like a really big tournament where they got a bunch of like indie names, and then brought them in, and they did like a 32-man tournament. I think like the finals was like TJP and somebody.
That was early. That was 2016. I do kind of remember it. I'd have to go back and watch it, but I remember watching some of that, man. Again, watching 35 years worth of wrestling. I've probably forgotten more than I've seen. But yeah.
That was dope.
Oh,
Watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
So
I remember watching it weekly, and like it just felt good.
No, I got you. Yeah.
You're like, oh man, who's gonna because like they never did anything like this, and this is them like, okay, let me allow people to do stuff. Like for the first time, like they brought in like Grand Metalik, and they had Ibushi, and they just had like so many like big stars from like different places, and they made it feel good.
It was a smart move bringing it. See, like that's why it's one of the reasons why I like AEW and I like going to indie shows is because you can get anybody.
Yeah, and
you get those dream matches that you can't see. We went to Title Belt Pro last week, and Sean Legacy and Speedball like tore the place apart. It was one of the best matches I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So
I bet Bailey's so good.
Dude.
It's like I'm like 1 or 2 years in watching wrestling, and like he's in PWG, like just kicking the crap out of people.
So I heard that. So since this is gonna be your last PCW match.
Yeah.
Because your brother has is it your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. That has like a promotion down your way. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not like the sole person that runs it.
Yeah, but he's part of a team. I mean, yeah, most of these are, right?
Yeah, he has a helping hand in it, along with like a guy named Bob. But yeah, I'm gonna dance over there for a little bit.
Good deal.
Familia. Family. Ohana.
I'm with you. So, I mean, you are more than welcome to mention who they are. I mean, we try to promote everybody. I mean, how far is it in Augusta or?
No, they're in Forsyth, Georgia. It's like above Macon, so like middle Georgia area. It's called Wrestle America.
I am definitely.
I need to shave my beard. We just got back from Busch Gardens, like over July 4th.
Yeah.
Over in Virginia.
How was that?
If you want to travel fast, travel alone.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh man, that's great.
Full circle, so I'm going for.
Beautiful. Well, that was all the questions I had, Danny.
I think that is. I mean, we got through the stories, we got through the questions, we got to ask you a bunch of extra stuff. So, do you have any dates or anything you'd like to share?
I don't know.
Man, I know you guys book your calendars up in advance.
Yeah, but like then I gotta look at the calendar.
I'm with you.
Listen, I'm not looking at the calendar. Yeah, that's no worries. I mean, you might see me at like Title Belt Pro. I mean, I won't be at Palmetto Championship Wrestling for the rest of the year in Columbia, but I mean, you should still definitely go check out those shows. I mean, they're real fun. And of course, like Wrestle America.
Yeah, yep.
And I don't think I got a Charleston. See, this is the problem. When you do things off the top of your head, like, just stick to the damn calendar.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Use the calendar. Stick to the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll put a link to your YouTube, not your YouTube. What am I saying? Your Instagram and your Twitter. Yeah. Your Instagram and your Twitter. Check him out for you. If you check out his pictures, he pretty good in the garden there. You're always posting pictures of stuff. I assume that's coming from your garden, right? Yep.
All right, we're about to just acapella. We're about to freestyle. All right, let's check this. So we're at Charleston for like old school championship wrestling Sunday. I was up there, did a tag match with me and Stephen Hunter versus like Gangrel and a guy named Jamal. So me and Gangrel got this thing. All right, we got this little agreement at this point because I wrestle him all the time, and it's super cool. But it's like I think it's just a rip on me. Like, you sure you don't want to wrestle anybody else, Gangrel? Like, so we're in the state of South Carolina, which South Carolina, did they raise up?
I don't think so.
Hey, anybody like PD Pablo, check them out. Like, if they could run through that song and see if South Carolina, or was it just North Carolina, did they raise up? Who actually rose? So South Carolina, they have the stupid commission for wrestling. So we have to go through a whole spiel application to get licensed to wrestle in South Carolina. Real dumb. So anybody bleeds, you got to get out of the match.
Oh no.
So also little sidebar. We're going to pivot real quick. We'll pivot. I actually last time I applied for the the wrestling license in South Carolina, I went and I did a little digging, and I looked at the actual like rules and regulations. And there's so they mingle us in with MMA and boxing, and we have maybe less than 10 bullets, page and a half tops. Stupid rules, like guardrails got to be 6 feet away from the ring. The fans aren't allowed to, go inside the guardrails unless it's to emergency exit. No blood. Head up. So the dumbest stuff. MMA's like the whole 1300 scroll, just huge list. Why we're even doing this is stupid. Anywho, back to Gangrel. So we're about 3 or 4 minutes into this match, and have y'all seen my little toe socks?
I have not.
Okay, so we do a little minimalist barefoot thing. So not the sidebar again, but after my hip surgeries in 2020, before that I was trying to figure out a better way to help with range of motion, and here we are. So we looked in the barefoot stuff, started doing that. So I try to not wear shoes as much as possible, just so they don't elevate the heel. I could get in all the sciencey stuff. But we ain't gonna do that. I got my little toe socks, and essentially there's a little pocket for each individual toe, and I do the thing now. Were you there when I wrestled Erica?
Yes.
Yeah, so I take my shoes off now.
Yes, you did do that.
So I got these white ones that I might have just walked outside, so they're just dirty looking. So I take my shoe off, and then I start choking them with my little toes. So Gangrel gets busted open. It wasn't me. I'm just saying. I'm professional. I'm good. So he gets busted open. So we gotta wrap it up. So we wrap it up. We get him out of there, and essentially we put the boots to him, or my foot. I put the foot to him. And we're beating his ass, and at one point I put my foot up on the rope, and somebody caught a picture, and you just see his blood on the bottom of my foot. I'll post this picture because I just saw it today. It is amazing. Now, the question that's on my mind: is that really blood?
I would assume so, right?
How?
You said he got busted open, but
He's a vampire. What is it?
plasma. I guess.
It can't be blood.
Oh man.
Does he have to apply for a license? Did we have to take the match home?
Or NJPW, when you fought Kratos, dude, that was an entertaining match. How did you enjoy that one?
I'm glad I got to it. So
he
here's
launched
the
you
thing.
across that ring.
Here's the thing now. Hear me out. Hear me out now. So I'm pretty big. I'm like I said, I'm 6'4", decent little size. That dude's a fucking tower. Like, that dude's a tower. So I met him, and I'm like, oh damn, shit. Yeah. Midway across the ring, I'm like, oh shit, I haven't hit the ground yet. I still haven't hit the ground. This is what I've been doing to people?
Yeah, that was amazing. That was a great toss. I don't know how much of that was you and how much of that was him, because he's a broad gentleman and he's pretty strong. I've seen him toss a lot of people. So
a lot of him. Real lot of him.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's one of my favorite NWA guys. So
yeah, he was a super cool dude. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I mean, you know, he let me get stuff in, so I was real appreciative of him.
Good deal.
Scary.
Awesome.
Real scary.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing you come to the Carolinas more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely love getting out there, and that's always fun. I don't have a real smart joke for that one either. All right, I'll just be appreciative. Yeah, I love getting out there.
Yeah.
Love getting out there. Again, my grandparents grew up in Moxville.
Okay.
So I mean, like, I remember like fond memories of, you know, going out there and going to High Point or Winston-Salem and the Piedmont Triad.
Yeah,
if you will.
Yes.
Maybe a little K&W cafeteria. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, up in Winston. Yeah.
But yeah, I got fond memories of, you know, Charlotte, and we've me and the brother have always, like, we've been to like Panthers games and all that. Like, we love it up there, and I mean, PWX and Title Belt. And,
Somebody just drive out of your house. All right, man. I think that's all we have for you, bud. I appreciate you very much being on here.
Bro, we cut like 15 minutes. Like, what's everybody else gonna do?
I mean, after this, I decided to go back to college, so I'm gonna actually do a chapter. I actually have to do like a chapter tonight in school. Yeah, nothing fun on my side, man.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm getting my bachelor's in cloud computing. I work in like Azure and I do database work. So like that's my real job. This is what I'd like to do, but this is just, you know, this doesn't pay the bills. So yeah, this is how I get to come see you guys, right? Like, I gotta do the real work. So
yeah, when you said it, it sounded like, well, I'm just gonna go to college for my extra 15 minutes that I have.
No.
Like, cool, man. I don't think that's how it works, but
But yeah, no. We appreciate you, man. No, you're good, dude. We appreciate you. Like I said, I look forward to seeing you this weekend. You know, I'll definitely keep following you. Hopefully, I can come out to Wrestle America at some point. We can both will and see you out there.
We'll all run into each other for sure.
Oh yeah.
So you think like we're gonna start with like the education connection stuff, or is that like? How do you think you're gonna chop this up? I appreciate y'all being different than you know, all the other things that get done. So
thank you.
I appreciate when things get to stand out from the crowd.
And that was one of our goals, man, because I was like, there's so many people doing the same stuff and asking a lot of the same questions. And I was like, you know what? I'm a wrestling fan. I've heard a lot of those.
Yeah.
I want to know the obscure stuff. Where are you eating? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you fighting? What do you watch when it comes to wrestling? You know, like, yeah. The things that are a little more personal, and you know, you don't hear those questions all the time. So yeah, Angel and I, that was a fun brainstorming session, was coming up with our questions.
I appreciate y'all having me on the show.
Yes.
Love the show. Hope y'all are successful in your endeavors.
Thank you.
We'll see each other again.
Yes. Tell all your friends. Tell them to come on here.
What's like the outro song?
Music with chanting over the top.
If it's the road stories, why don't we just do like a little like we're leaving?
Oh, like everybody just get up and walk out.
Everybody just get up and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm down. All right, cool.
we're done.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right. Ready?
All right, man. It was a good time.
All right. This is
So
great.
long. Good day.